Israel Adesanya is just one of those guys that now I watch him and I feel like I can feel almost like the start radiate off of him. But Paulo Costa is as dangerous a fighter as anyone can hope for. And, you know, when I look at the matchup, I know that Izzy likes to counter, right? That's why the Romero fight was so bad. Both of them were waiting for chances to counter. Paulo Costa will give him those opportunities because Paulo Costa is not going to stand back with him. He's going to go after him. He's going to fight him with so much pressure, so much forward pressure that Izzy will have his chances to find those counter opportunities. The problem with that is no one's been able to stop Paulo Costa from fighting in the exact way that he wants to. Very interesting fight. And it's hard to know who's going to get the victory, honestly, because for as good as Izzy is, I believe Paulo Costa is just as skilled, just as talented, and as powerful as any guys that I've seen. I mean, this guy looks like a heavyweight fighting at 185 pounds. I don't know how he makes weight.
Joe's been around the game forever. And by the way, one of the nicest guys, him and his wife, Megan Oliva, they're just such a lovely couple. They really are.
Was she working that night?
I don't think she did. She was there. I think she walked him out to the octagon as well, but I don't think she was working. But yeah, they're just a lovely couple. And Joe's the nicest, classiest guy. He really is. And over the years, I've really got to know him and respect him a lot. And a hell of a fighter. I mean, he can scramble so well. Excellent knockout power for a little guy. He's got great submissions. I mean, his fight with Yusuf Formiga prior to Figueiredo, was incredible. And then, of course, that first fight, for anyone that watched, it was marred in controversy. First of all, Figueiredo didn't make weight. Then there was a clash of heads. And then Benavidez won the first round in that first fight. And then in the second fight, there was a massive clash of heads. Blood started pouring out, and then Figueiredo cracked him with the right hand, and that was that. So because of the controversy and the missing weight, UFC, booked the rematch, and Figueiredo made the most out of it. You know what I mean? Figueiredo looked incredible. And I was talking to Benavidez afterwards. You know, we shared the bus ride back to the hotel. I was talking to him backstage, and I was chatting to him at the hotel a little bit as well. And of course, he was massively disappointed. But because there was no controversy, he was like, no, I accept it. He was the better man on the night. He beat me. He doesn't know what he's going to do from here on in. He was obviously very disappointed. I mean, come on. He thought he was going to get crowned world champion after so long, after being at the top of the sport, top of the food chain for so long. But then, as I say, Figueiredo's insane. He's an absolute animal. I can see him being a champion for a long, long time. He's the full package. He's massive for the weight class. He hits hard as hell.
Come check this shit out real quick. Come check this shit out real quick. Big Daddy had to buy a cage. Little quarantine training, no issue. No issue. Same size, at least damn near. Same size as the pussy ass Apex cage. What up, Brandon? Oh, it feels good, baby. Gonna get some sparring in today. Woo! Are you high right now? Do you ever get nervous? That's just what I wanted to show you guys. I just want to show you a little something. Yell so we can hear the echo. Echo! Got you, ball. I just had to show you this real quick. Come on, I'm all sorts of matching today, baby. Let's go. August 15th. We're a couple weeks out. Big Daddy's about to come back, do what he does, bust up Cheeto. Then we'll see who's next, baby. We'll see who wants to get some. But I just had to show you guys that shit. I wanted a cage for a long time. So shout out to COVID, because without COVID, I wouldn't have got a cage. So shout out COVID.
Elite athletes focus heavily on efficiency to excel at what they do. Elite runners are good at running, swimmers at swimming, and wrestlers at wrestling, because they developed a way to maximize the use of their bodies while conserving as much energy as possible. Even past their physical prime, the best will adapt by becoming more efficient and extend the life of their professional career. Boxing star Bernard Hopkins downloaded his opponent's reaction and movements early on in the fight, then used them against his opponent. The great Wayne Gretzky was so good at collecting and applying data that his competitor were more intimidated by his vision of the game than his physical abilities. Thierry Henry developed a sprinter's speed level and put it into football. I personally learned how to control the distance and the pace of my fight, so I engage only on my terms. I was able to minimize damage and extreme exhaustion. The most successful people in all industry tend to make it look easy, because the real work happens behind the scenes. When you start to refine the efficiency of your work on a regular basis, over time, you'll find yourself becoming an elite in your profession. So remember, work smarter and not harder.
Colby was asking for a fortune. He was asking for a little shot what Conor was making, which tells me that he's scared, which tells me that he literally thinks that if I lose to Tyron, I got to make enough money to retire from. Why would he fight Kamaru Usman for $350,000 and want $5 million to fight me? Because I'm gonna f him up, and he knows. and he's talked so much stuff, and he's bullied this whole dynamic for so long that if you lose, it's gonna be very hard to recover from. Think about it. Colby Covington was fighting on Fight Pass in Asian countries, and no one knew him until he fought Damian Maia. And the way he got the Damian Maia fight, he utilized and manipulated the fact that he knew I wasn't gonna reply back. I told him, I said, Colby, and when we do the press conference, he's gonna be embarrassed. I'm showing receipts. I'm pulling out text messages when I used to mentor him and I used to train him, and he used to be my training partner. I used to pay him $500 a week to come and literally torture him. And you know how lazy he was, and how his sister all in my DMs trying to slide, and how do I do a media kit, and how do I get sponsors, and and then it will go down to the most recent ones, and probably the last one. I said, Colby, I gave you your 20 minutes of fame on Fox. And I said, if that's what you want to do, you look stupid, number one. There's a way you can do it in a more positive way, but you look dumb. And if that's what you want to do, that's fine. But I gave you your stuff, so I'm letting you know that I'm not, come on, man, we can just build it together, and I'll meet you at the finish line. It's all about business, man. You know, You got your he said, you got your building the crash market. You can't hate on me for trying to do what I need to do. So he's talking about building this brand that it is now. And I said, I didn't get my shit at the crash market. I started as a bag of bones, brother. You came in because of me.
All right, y'all. So I just want to share that little moment with you. It be these little small things in life. Sometimes it's not a big old huge announcement. But I do got a big huge announcement coming up for you guys soon. Y'all finally gonna see me squash at Cockroach Covington. Oh, that's his new name, Cockroach Covington. Y'all gonna see me squashing pretty soon. So anybody that's with the meme stuff, especially if you quick, fast, Photoshop, direct message me a picture or graphic of Cockroach Covington and send it to me, and I'll give you photo credit and I'll post it up. And I'll tell everybody to follow you. So reply Cockroach Covington. Don't touch nothing, baby. Cockroach Covington. The best graphic, animated, customized, or whatever you want to do. Best graphic is going to get a post shout out. And I'm going to tell all my followers to follow you. All right, peace. Cockroach Covington.